Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's grass chat, y'all. I don't know how regular grass chat's gonna be, but everybody seemed to enjoy it last time, so I brought it back. Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. Everybody seemed to really enjoy grass chat last time we did it, so I brought it back again. I need to do my outdoor sounds though. 2 minutes. Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. I hope you all are having a great day. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. No, I fixed it. Oh, I'll fix it again. Hold on. Or it might be because I have it turned down. Maybe. Mayhap. Oh, yes. It is turned very down here. I don't know why. Let me try. Let me try, shall I? Let me try.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're trying to get the Doki skin? How hard is it to get? How hard is the Doki skin to get? Be quiet, but I heard it. Okay. I will turn it up and mix it up then. I don't want to turn it up any higher than it actually like already is in OBS. I will turn it up. I hope you all are having a fantastic day though. My day has been a little anxiety inducing, but I am choosing to just work through it. Put it like that. My day's been a little stressful, but it's okay. The first episode of small indie VTuber news went out today. If you missed it by any, if you just so happened to miss it, you didn't see it, that's totally okay. Guess what? You can check out my Straw page, and I've got my TikTok linked there, and I've got my Twitter and my YouTube, so you can go watch it on all the platforms. After a rough day, my activities have been very nice. It's balances. Hell yeah. I hear that. That's a move. Yeah, let me see them. Let me see them. Oh, we get a new Nessie badge? Okay, well now I have to do it. If we get a new Nessie badge, I have to. It's a Nessie badge. Okay. Deal 6,000 damage with Peacekeeper. Okay. Finished top to oh, these aren't too terribly bad, honestly, you know? These are pretty good. I think these are achievable. These are achievable. These are achievable things. If anybody could do those, I feel. First Nessie badge is at 100 points, so super easy. The fancy one is after doing all the other badge challenges. Gotcha. There's a fancier one? Other badge challenges are like top 10 top 10 finishes, 200 kills assists, and then 6k PK damage. What's PK damage? Is there a gun called PK? I don't even remember anymore. I'm gonna be so for real with you, Jackalaka. I don't remember. Oh, the Peacekeeper. Yes. Okay. A shotgun. Oh. Oh. What? You lost me there. Will I do it anyways because I want to support Doki Bird? Yes, but shotgun. Bleh. That's why I'm doing the bot royale, because I'm awful with PK. Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I would also be terrible at that. I would also be awful. But it'd be what it'd be. Oh, I see the fancier Nessie. That is a fancy Nessie. That is a very fancy Nessie. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I reinstalled Apex the other day. I sent you the thing. I was like, wow, oh my god, Doki Bird skin in Apex Legends, and then I immediately reinstalled it because I was like, I'm probably gonna play. Hi Abyss, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? But yes, the first real true episode of small indie VTuber news came out today, and it's doing so well, and I'm so glad. It makes me so happy to see so many people are enjoying it, and also that how grateful the people who were featured are. It's the outpouring of support and kindness from the whole thing has been amazing. It's everything I could have hoped for it, right? It's everything I could have hoped for the series. I wanted this series to be a way for people to get their flowers too, in a sense, you know? And also allow a lot of us to meet other people, you know, that are within our same size bracket, right? I feel like a lot of the networking problem that we have in the VTuber community comes from a lot of us just not knowing about each other, right? Like we're all in this community together, but it's like, you know, that scene in Dandadan where like Okarun and Momo are trying to find each other and they just keep passing each other. That's a lot of us, I feel, in this community. We're just passing, we're in the same space and we're trying to find each other, but we just keep accidentally passing. So I'm excited to be able to have the opportunity to provide some support for smaller creators and also allow allow people to meet each other, you know? Allow people to meet each other. I can glue myself to you. That helps. That's crazy. But yeah. I might so I said I was gonna do these once a week, but I might up that to twice a week, maybe. Because I've gotten too much stuff. I've gotten too much stuff. And thankfully a lot of the I hadn't voiced this anywhere, but my mindset with the show. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know why I can't hear the alerts. Ho hum. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I can hear them. They're just very quiet. What the hell? The helly? Okay. Alright. That should be better, hopefully. I don't know. My mindset with the news show, right? What I was the plan, okay? The plan. Was to go looking for events for, like, say that let's say it's next Monday, right? Next Monday is what? The 16th, okay? So let's say that it's next Monday. I'm going to write out and do the episode for Tuesday, right? Anything that is featured in that episode is stuff that is happening either within that week or within the next week, right? I wanted to make sure that I think there's a fine line with promoting, like, different events and stuff between if I say something too soon about an event, people are going to forget about it too quickly. Or not too soon. If I say something, too soon. So, like, it's the 16th. If I talk about something that's happening March 16th, people are gonna forget about that because that's a whole month away, right? But if I promote something that's like, oh, this thing is happening right now, today, bam, nobody's gonna know about that. Because by the time that they see it, it's already done and happened, and it's gone, you know? They'd have to watch the episode as soon as it drops. And while it would be kind of cool, also a little bit creepy for people to be stalking my profile, waiting for that episode to drop on the minute, the hour. Even, you can't do that for everybody, right? There's a fine line between promoting events, is my point. So I'm thinking about upping twice a week because there are some things that are happening. Stares at your profile. There's some things that are happening like within the week, yeah. And then we're touching grass. We're touching grass. I'm all in this grass, bro. I'm all in this grass. Ooh. It's very fucking itchy. Eventually, at some point, I want to find somebody. I want to commission an artist. I guess I would have to. I mean, I think anybody, like, I guess a background artist? Bruh. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, me too. I also do not like bugs. I hate bugs. But I do enjoy myself. At least I did back when I lived in bumfuck nowhere. I enjoyed laying in the grass at my bumfuck nowhere house. Herm, is that so? Let me see what is up. Let me see what is up. Let's do this one. This one's not super loud. If I had to guess, I think... What kind of backgrounds? Okay, yes, I got off track. Sorry, ADHD. I want to commission like a background artist to draw, like to do another like one of these like laying down like backgrounds that I can lay down on, right? But it's like a field of flowers. Like that's like the grass is nice. The grass is cool. And it, you know, it's important to touch grass. But think about how sick, how absolutely freaking poggers it would be if I was laying down in a field of spider lilies instead. But grass is itchy. Exactly. See? Mochi gets it. Mochi understands. Grass is great, but grass is itchy. Would be very on theme. Yes. Exactly. It'd be very on brand. It would be very on brand. And because it would be custom, I can slide some extra like little Easter eggs and stuff in there. It'd be kind of crazy. Do I have the money for this? No. But do I have ideas for it already? Yes. I have no funds, but I'm cooking. I'm cooking, chat. If I knew how to do backgrounds, I would do it myself, but backgrounds are hard. Who was it earlier that said backgrounds are difficult? Backgrounds are difficult. I gave up on them a very long time ago. Nebula said backgrounds are difficult. Backgrounds are difficult. I gave up on them a very long time ago. They're very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Okay. Goodness me. Y'all, so much has happened since this episode. Thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Have fun in your Apex games, Jack Black. I get all the wins. So much has happened since this episode dropped today. Considering the other party has already talked about it publicly, I think that I can also talk about it publicly. Hello, tiny streamer, wink wonk. I will be featured on another streamer's, another content creator's talk show that they are starting. on Sunday at a time that I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. I've already forgotten. I'm going to go look right now because I've totally forgotten what time it is. It's on Sunday. I remember that part. Where is it? Hold the line. Hold the line. Where is it? Wait, 12 p.m. CST, which I think in my time would be 1 p.m. EST. What's PS? I don't know. Anyways, I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna be yapping about the news show and all kinds of stuff. And it's gonna be so super cool and funky fresh. I'm super excited about it. Super duper excited about it. The wonderful host of this show, let me make sure I get their username right. Yes, okay. I don't know if we're doing this live or if we're doing it a video. Either way, I don't think it super matters, but okay, hold the line. All right, yes. So, I'm doing this talk show on Sunday at 1 p.m. EST or 12 p.m. CST, and it is going to be hosted by Morbid Molly. I'm super excited about it. My dog just sneezed. It was like the loudest sneeze I've ever heard in my life. Oh, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be so fun and funky fresh. I'm excited to answer some questions about small indie VTuber news and you know, yap about it a little bit more. I'm super excited about it. Hello, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Oh my good golly gosh, gamers. This week has been crazy and it's just gonna get crazier. But yes, so I'm possibly entertaining the idea of upping the episodes to twice a week instead of just once a week. If I did twice a week, I think that we would have one episode come out on Tuesdays and then another come out on Friday to cover extra weekend stuff that I miss in the first episode, right? Yes. Yeah. The first episode or miss in the first episode and then also going into the start of next week, right? There is a lot. You are correct. There is a lot. I'm trying my best to get as much as possible, but I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy. And I can't get absolutely everything. I'm one person. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a part of it. I'm so excited to be on your talk show, and I'm so excited to yap about stuff. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun and funky fresh. I'm so excited about it. Hello. Welcome in. So many first-time chatters. Hello, everybody. Very funky fresh. Yes. Yeah, what? Finky fresh. Haha. Y'all, I had a train of thought and it has left the station. It's gone. I don't know where it went. I just don't have it anymore. The thoughts have left my brain. They're gone. I had a whole idea for a thing and it just... Ooh, it's... Oh. Never mind. That answers that question. Y'all, can you believe? Oh my lord, I love him to death. I love my husband to death. Right? Do you know? He asked me. He's like, "Oh, what are you streaming today?" And I was like, "Oh, it's grass chat. We're laying on the grass again." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Why? Why do you ask?" And he's like, "Oh, I was just gonna see if you want to play some League." This man invited me to play League of Legends. I stopped play, or I just first off, League of Legends, but I have a very unhealthy relationship with League of Legends. It's a very uh what there's a term I like to use and I can't remember it now. Love hate, I guess. I love League, but I also hate League. And I gave up on streaming League a long time ago. He's like, "Oh, you could stream it." And I was like, no. Absolutely not." Hi, Charita! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hello, hello. He asked me, he's like, "Oh, you could stream it." And I said, no. Are you kidding me? I in my when we play League, right? My husband and our roommate, right? They're the nicest people. They put up with my bullshit when we play League, right? But I flame myself in my head so bad for my League gameplay. The last thing I need to do is play League on Twitch and have people flame me for my play. I love League, but I'm awful at it. I am terrible. I am not good at League at all. Do I have fun playing it? Absolutely, but I'm awful at it. I've preemptively. Have I ever had? No, I was gonna say, have I ever had a negative experience with another League player? No, but that's not entirely true. I've had like 2. But either way, I preemptively have turned chat off. I'm like, I'm not. No, no, thank you. I was like, listen. In my head, I'm just like, I already know I'm bad. I don't need all these other League players telling me I'm bad. I already know it. I know it in my heart of hearts. It was my pleasure, Charita. It was my absolute pleasure to be able to feature you on my first episode. Thank you so much for reaching out. I appreciate it. I I've had so many people reach out and I've talked to so many people. It's crazy how many VTubers I've talked to in the past week. It's been so freaking cool, bro. It's what's even funnier, or not funny, I guess. I don't know how to explain the feeling I get, but like I have people come up to me and they're just like, Miss, Nanaru, hello, news VTuber. How about, yeah, I don't have an event, but it would be so cool if you could, if it, I would love to be a part of this somehow. I don't know how, but I don't have an event. And then I'm just like, everything. Send everything. I don't like, there isn't a criteria here. There isn't a criteria. Well, that's not true. The criteria is VTuber. That's it. That's the criteria. Somebody reached out. Oh my god, my heart melted, dude. They were like I'm a PNG tuber. No, it's not a real VTuber. And my heart melted, dude. I was like, okay, first off, for starters, PNG tubers are VTubers. First off, let's get that out of the way. Second off, I don't know. They were like, they opened their thing with like, "Oh, just, I know I'm not a real VTuber because I'm PNG tuber." And I'm like, stop. Whoever told you that is wrong. PNG tubers are VTubers. And you cannot change my mind. Absolutely, Mochi. It was my pleasure. It was my absolute pleasure. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I was actually able. I'm so glad that you guys reached out, and I was able to promote you a little bit, and also discover this super cool group. I'm so glad I was able to find you guys like this. Discovery, man. We love discovery in this household. Yeah. Oh crap, is this my thing that's supposed to go? Oh crap, dude. Ugh. No! Oh no. Not discover these nuts. Okay, put that back in there. Oh, goodness me. I agree. I agree that I think that a lot of I think that all of I think that a lot of the advice that's given to newer content creators and newer streamers nowadays is just post consistently and post everywhere, right? And while that definitely helps, like doing that definitely helps you, I do think that um having somebody be able to like metaphorically reach out and grab you and pull you up at the same time is also extremely helpful, and you can only go so far by yourself, right? There's a reason why a lot of people also push for like collaborations and networking and things like that, and that's networking is another big part of the small indie VTuber news. It's a way for people to connect with each other and meet each other and find somebody that uh that they jive with, that they click with, and be able to grow off of each other like that as well. Yes, baseline before even talking about growth or whatever. Oh god, I have so much experience in this. When you stream, when you do content, please, for the love of God, do it because you love it, and whatever your niche is, whatever content you decide to make or whatever, make sure it's something that you're passionate about and that you actually are interested in. I spent a fair number of years doing this, going along with stuff that I personally didn't jive with, but I thought that other people would. So, like, doing stuff for other people, not because I liked it and not because I was passionate about it. For the love of God, do not do that. You will burn yourself out doing that. And it's harder for you to be able to be excited about doing something if you're not passionate about it. No, I get the I learned that lesson the hard way yesterday. I learned that the hard way yesterday. I spent a good portion of yesterday like just following back VTubers who were following me because, support. Um but then I realized that sometimes people lie on the internet, and sometimes someone says they're a VTuber, but then they're not a VTuber. And they're also like not a real person either. And they're just trying to sell me stuff. And I'm like, oh, oh, oh. I was like, oh, okay. And what was funny is like it took like 2 messages from separate accounts for me to click on, like, for the neurons to activate and be like, wait a minute. Because they were like, I was talking to 2 different accounts simultaneously, right? And they were saying extremely similar stuff. And then that's when I was like, oh, this is a bot. Got it. It was like word for word, and I was like, oh. Like, God. I was like, gosh, God dang it. And then I got a 3rd one, and I was like, I swear to God, dude, if the 2 neurons, man, I only have 2 of them, and that's why I'm falling into these rabbit holes. These guys are hook, line, and sinker, dude. I thought I was genuinely talking to somebody who was like genuinely like, oh yeah, streamer, yeah. Asking about your VTuber model, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, oh, That's why I use carrier pigeon. Yeah. Yeah. You can't, I was gonna say you can't hack a carrier pigeon, but I think you can. I guess it depends on where you get the carrier pigeon from. Because what's the funny haha term? The birds are drones. Yeah. See, we just need to go back into medieval times and start sending. Just need to communicate with with carrier pigeons. We write out our little scrolls. Dearest thine, VTuber. I hope thou'st are having a miraculous evening, day, time, whatever. Wouldst thou'st likest to teach me how to speak in Elden times, because I obviously don't know shit. Yours, in deepest regards, Nanaru Ultaru, seal, strapped to pigeon leg, out the window. Be free. So many people don't get a PC game and my PC is old and weak. Oh god, yeah, don't. Girl, I don't. 9 times out of 10, most of the games that I stream on my on here, they're not PC games because my PC can only handle so much. My PC can only handle so much. You don't have to play on PC if you don't want to, or if your PC can't handle it. Don't get me wrong, I like advice, I like giving advice, right? But there's a point with advice, and there's a fine line between, like, being aware of somebody's own situation and then just giving what worked for you, right? Because, like, I could sit here and say that, like, yes, you know, just go out and get a capture card and then strap that to your computer and then run all this stuff and then you're golden, bada bing bada boom. But what worked for me is not going to work for everybody else, and my financial situation is not going to be the same as everybody else's financial situation. So me just telling somebody go out and do this and this is not helpful. Exactly. I built her in 2020. I don't have the funds for new one. Yes, exactly. You work with what you have. You work with what you have. Never feel like you have to never feel like you have to go out and get the expensive thing, because you don't. You don't. When I first started streaming, I got a Blue Yeti microphone because that was what everybody was using at the time, and it was one of the best mics, and it was expensive. And don't get me wrong, I still use it now. Like, I use it for my ASMR stuff because it's 5 years old and it's starting to not be useful anymore. But what I'm getting at, that mic is like, what, like $100, something like that, right? Currently, right now, I'm using a Fifine, which is much cheaper and sounds just as fucking good. You don't have to get the expensive shit to do this kind of thing. You can work with what you have. You know who's a great example of that? You know who's a great example of that shit? Queso. That motherfucker streams with like a laptop webcam, like, in a gaming headset, or at least he used to. He worked with what he had. You don't have to have the expensive equipment. And nobody should be pushing for you to get expensive equipment. Fifine's great. I've been enjoying it. I have definitely been loving my Fifine microphone. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. But yeah, no. I like giving advice to people, but my advice is always, like, I don't just hand out, like, I'm not out here tossing advice out like dollar bills, bro. I'm gonna ask you questions before. I'm gonna ask you questions beforehand. before I give you my advice, so I can try to understand where you're at. Wait, seriously, I have the Fi-Fi, but I can't tell if it's good because I stream in a small room and I sound so echoey. I don't know what to do. Okay, so I know exactly what you're talking about because I also, not the echoey part, but like I've also been having some issues with my Fi-Fi picking up a lot of stuff around me. Um if you use OBS Studio, Charita, I would recommend on the audio source that you use for your microphone attaching a noise suppressor and mayhaps a noise gate. Filters are going to be your best friend, and everybody's settings for those are going to be different. It's case by case. But play around with the filters, record yourself, listen to yourself, and figure out what sounds good to you. If it sounds good to you, then it sounds good to everybody else, probably. That's the mindset I go by, at least. I hope this shit sounds good. I'm ready to buy a suppressor because the free ones just can't deal with my fan noise. Really? Well, I was gonna say that's surprising, but I also like the fan I have is like all the way on the other side of my bedroom, and it's not on like all of the time. I don't know what your how close your fan is to your microphone and things like that. I didn't know you could buy suppressors, though. That's interesting. I did not know this. Despite what you may think, I am not a technological genius, as it were. I know a little bit of knowledge about some things regarding streaming, but that's about it. There are 2 turbofans in my room because I don't have AC unit in this hellish summer. Oh, no. I feel that, dude. I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. I hate the summer, bro. I hate it. It's like, I do not like summer. I've always said I would much rather be cold than hot, because if I'm hot and sweaty, then I'm bitchy, because I get overstimmed because it's when it's hot, you get sticky and sweaty and you feel gross, and it's just, I hate it. I don't like the summer. I hate the summer. I do not like summer. I would much rather be cold. I'd much rather deal with the winter storms we've been having here than have to deal with a heat wave. But then, of course, my freaking... Sometimes, even in the summer, it feels like there's a goddamn ice storm outside in my house, because... Oh, my husband. I love him so much. He had, like, we have an AC unit, like a window unit, and he, like, keeps it running, like, 95% of the time, and it gets so cold. It gets so cold. Like, last night, I was struggling so bad. Was it last night, or was it the night before? No. Might have been the night before. I don't remember. Either way, one of these nights, my husband, dastardly being he is, turned on the AC unit. And I was waking up, like, every hour, just, like so cold. I was like, it's freezing. And of course, because, you know, the classic sleeping in the same bed with somebody problem. My husband's got all the blankets over on his side. I'm fighting him to get these blankets. I'm like, please, bro, I'm freezing. I guarantee you, if I take this blanket from you, you're gonna be sweating. Give me the blanket. Give it to me. I fell asleep with the window open the other night. Oh no. Dude, my mom does that. She, like, opens up her window and she's just like, her room is so cold. Like, when I haven't been to her house lately, but, like, God knows I hear about it from my sister. She's like, She'll text me. She'll be like, Nana, tell our mother to close her window. It's so cold in her room. And I'm just like, I don't know what you want me to. It's her bedroom, bro. Also, I couldn't imagine sleeping with the window open, like near. Just in general, I am too anxious about that. I'm too anxious about having my window open and like sleeping with it like that. Oh Lord. I couldn't do it, bro. I could not do it. I'd be too scared. I'd be too scared. I read a book recently that was about I don't know. I should talk about this book. Okay. I read a book recently that was about this guy who likes this girl, and he stalks her and breaks into her house, and it's like but it works out in the end because turns out that they're both crazy, and then they fall in love and then they smooch and the end, happily ever after. But knowing my ass, bro, I would not get this. I'd leave the window open. Some person would break in my house, and it wouldn't be the hot kind. Are you a book talk girly? Are you? No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Have we not had conversations about books, Kay? We have not had conversation about books. I will preface this by saying that I have dipped my toes into dark romance. I have not. It's not not my like cup of tea, I guess. This book I'm talking about is called Lights Out. But the other I've tried 2 dark romance books in my time, right? Lights Out was great. I liked it. It was like it's very introductory into dark romance, I feel. The other one that I tried was Haunting of Adeline, something like that. And that one is just, oh, you're not even on the line anymore. You're swimming. You're in the 6-foot deep section of it, right? And it's kind of fucked. I think I read like 5 chapters and immediately was like, absolutely not, I'm done here. Not for me. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, welcome in. But yeah, no, outside of like streaming and VR chat stuff, okay, I do a lot of reading. My preferred genres are romantasy, so like romance fantasy, and horror novels. Like 2 opposite sides of the spectrum, but yeah. I've got a lot of horror novels in my queue that I really need to get through. I need to get on that. I gotta get on that. I haven't read a book in a while. Used to read sci-fi and horror. Hell yeah. Sci-fi, I can't. I mean, I guess I probably could. I think I just haven't found the right kind of sci-fi novel. But yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, for real? I'll be your guinea pig, bro. I'll be your guinea pig. Send me your shit. I'll tell you. I'll read it for you. For real life? I think I did something good with the fee fine. Yeah! Hell yeah. I'm so proud of you. Hold up, wait, let me drop you a follow so I can go check it out tomorrow. I used to be a bookworm when I was a teen. Nowadays, I can barely read instructions on the pasta package. Oh no. That's real though. That's so real. For me, I have to be like in a very for me to get into like a reading mode, I have to be in a mindset for it, right? Because unfortunately, I thank you, Special Father. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. But I feel as though that I probably 100% have ADHD, right? And because of the ADHD, it makes it really hard for me to focus. Um, so like I have to be in a very specific mindset to read, to read, so that way I can lock in and actually understand what I'm reading. Am I gonna remember that shit? Probably not. Oh, I have a story to tell about that. It's so funny. As a teen, I used to read manga religiously and oh, lemon? Girl, me too. I read a lot of manga nowadays too, but like lemon. Oh, how do we describe lemon? Hold on. It's if I explain it, it's gonna be some non-TOS friendly explanation. Lemon. No, not lemonade. Fanfiction. There we go. If you know, you know. Really. Let's say it's just it's spicy. It's spicy. Yes, NSFW. Yes, spicy fanfic. I'm gonna out myself here, okay? Everybody, all right. Listen, I'm holding your hand, okay? I'm outing myself here. Back when I used to read fan fictions a lot, when I was a teenager, right? My Hero Academia was you know, a thing, right? It was a thing. And I got really headfirst into the fandom, right? Into the thing. And this was also around the same time that I figured out fan fictions were a thing. And so, but like anybody does when you watch your show, you have your favorite characters, right? My favorite was Katsuki Bakugo. I spent profuse amount of hours reading Katsuki Bakugo fanfictions. You're like the cringy, but no, not Baku, like the cringy like YN like insert yourself here fanfictions with Bakugo. That was my shit, dude. I was so into that stuff. It was so bad. Yeah. It was so bad. Oh my god. But dude, I still think about this author every now and then. I wonder what they're up to, because like I can't remember the title of it, right? But there was this one fan fiction that I just really liked. Like it was well written and I liked the plot and I liked where it was going with it and everything. But they kind of like just dropped off the face of the earth. And so like every now and then I'm reminded of this fan fiction and I sit there and I think about this author. I'm like, I wonder where they went, you know? Like on the one hand, I get working on your insert yourself here Bakugo fan fiction. But at the same time, it made me so mad. They left the story the last time I checked on it. They left the story in like this, oh my god. They left the story at this part where it's like you and Bakugo are like dealing with this like massive citywide like emergency. Everything's destroyed. You two get separated and you're like injured, like you're hobbling around like, oh god, I'm dying. Blah, blah, blah. And then in hindsight, I'm realizing how crazy this is. But in me, in my teenage brain, I thought this was like the biggest plot twist ever, dude. I was like, holy shit. I'm sitting here reading this and we're hobbling around like, oh god, we're dying. Oh no, oh no. Kirishima's with us and Kirishima's like, oh no, it's gonna be okay. Blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it cuts to like you tell Kirishima, I need you to go find this thing for me. I know the city's destroyed and like the chances of you being able to find this one thing are so minuscule and limited, but I need you to go find this one thing. The last chapter that we got for that fan fiction was you finding out that in the midst of you're like over here like you're bleeding out, right? Turns out you're having Katsuki's baby. You tell Kirishima to go find you a fucking pregnancy test in this destroyed city, bro. It's the most cringy ass story ever. I love it. It's so stupid. And I wonder where that artist is or where that author is now. If they're actually writing like legit books, I want to read their legit books. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I've had that happen with webcomics too, where like I've picked up a webcomic and I've like been really into it, and then they're just like, bam, 6-month hiatus. I'm like, no, why you doing this to me? You're so welcome, Charita. It is my pleasure. I need to check back up on. If I remember correctly, I don't think they're coming back until like March. But there is a webcomic I picked up called Everything Is Fine. That's like it's a horror webcomic, and it's like it's dystopian. It's like a dystopian horror webcomic. And it was getting like it I was really sucked into it, and then I caught up, and then it was like, haha, teehee, 6-month hiatus. I was so into this webcomic that I bought freaking webtoon coins to catch up on this gosh darn thing. I've been waiting for a manhwa ending till this day. No. How long have you been waiting, Nebula? How long have you been waiting? God, you know what I'm still waiting on? Oh. Okay, so there's a book series that's called the Empyrean series, right? But I think most people know for it as like the Fourth Wing series. And last year we got a new book in the series. We got a new book in it. And the way that book ended just left me with so many questions. I'm just like, oh, Rebecca, you come back here and write this thing. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Rebecca Yaros, you come back here and finish this. I don't think we're gonna get another entry into the Empyrean series this year. I think we might get one next year though. But we'll see. Honestly, I don't remember well, but probably 8 to 9 years? Oh god. I'm gonna be like, I think that they'd have me waiting for like 6 months, and then I'm gonna be so for real because my hyperfixations and ADHD and shit, they change and fade so fast. I'd forget about it. By the end of that year, I would forget about it, and then it would be like one of those things that I like every now and then. I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a thing. I wonder where that's at. Anyways. Good on you for being such a dedicated fan. Because I couldn't. I could not. I would forget. I would forgore. I am. I'm laying on grass. It's soft and itchy. It's very, it's kind of, I do forget things like this, but that one was so good. It still lives in my heart. Yes, those are the best stories. Those are the best ones. The ones that stick with you for forever and always. Oh, those are so good. I love those ones. You know what I should do? Hold on. Event. Add upcoming. I keep meaning to set this up, but I keep forgoing me for gore. I'm gonna just put something here. Placeholder. Placeholder. I'll change it later, make it something more on brand. I just want something in place now. Beep bop boop bop 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 boop bop. Speaking of stories that stick with you, though, there was a book series I started on a whim. It's a very popular book series, so like, you know, if you read, you've probably heard of this book series in passing. But there's a book series called A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it is my absolute favorite book series ever. Ever. I love A Court of Thorns and Roses. For me, A Court of Thorns and Roses is that story that has stuck with me through the years and like will not leave me. It will not leave me. This book series means so much to me. I worked that motherfucking shit into my vows, my wedding vows, dude. This book series. Please listen to the dramatic audio. I don't know if my heart could take it, dude. I don't know if my heart could take listening to the dramatic adaptation of A Court of Thorns and Roses. I listened to the dramatic adaptation of Crescent City, and that was a lot. Honestly, though, like, I'm gonna be so for real. When I listened to the dramatic audio drama of Crescent City was the first time I'd ever listened to like an officially licensed like dramatic audio drama, right? And this is like, I'm outing myself even more here. The first thing I said when I listened to it, I was with my husband in the car because we were listening to it for a road trip. God. All right, listen. All right, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? This is a judgment-free zone. All right? So the first thing I said when I started listening to it and I realized what it was, like it meant, I was like, oh, this is like my MLP Grimdarks I listened to. Oh, you guys are getting all the tea from me today. For those unaware, Grimdark is I guess a subcategory of horror content. Basically, it's like taking taking these very happy, silly characters from this very happy, silly show and tossing them into the worst shit possible. But a lot of the stories are very well written and they're very cool. They're very funky fresh. And a lot of them, when people do readings of them, they just do the audio dramas. They aren't even like audiobook style, you know, like it's just one person speaking and just reading it out to you or whatever, right? It's like a full drama where they have like multiple people reading different lines. There's a cast for it and there's sound effects and all of this stuff. it's a whole production with these things, and it's really cool. And I didn't realize that that also existed for uh like books, right? That's where I was going with that. But yeah. All right, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. When we Vieta as younger and do those kinds of things, maybe one day. Me too. I also aspired to be a voice actor at one point. The problem I think with voice acting is it's hard to get your foot in the door. Um and there isn't really like a solid like guide of like this is what need do, right? Um but yeah, I don't know. I would still like do I think that if given the opportunity, I would still love to do VA work. It's just I've gotten to a point in my life where I've kind of just settled with the fact of like, is it gonna happen? Probably not. Is it gonna happen? Probably not, but who knows, you know? I don't know. Not really. In my country, VA is a very serious thing and needs a license. Oh, that's crazy. In the US, they'll pick up just about anybody off the street. Okay, that's not true. That's not entirely true. There are a lot of people who go to school specifically for that, so they like to get acting degrees, so to use like in the VA stuff, which is, you know, is definitely helpful. But I've also seen people come from absolutely nothing, having only like doing small like community project stuff, right? And then just growing as time goes on. You know, things like that. You have Bao. Bao started as like I can't remember what the term is. There's a term for it specifically for like Japanese cover artist, but either way, Bao started as like doing music covers and then became a VTuber, and now they're doing VA work. I can't remember what the anime is called that they're doing voice acting work for, but I've seen clips of it and it's very good. She's very good. She's very, very good. Online would be interesting to do little projects. Yeah. I've definitely like tried and I've definitely like tried to audition for little small projects on the side before. I just didn't get anywhere with it. But to be fair, I tried that I think the last time I filled out an audition like 17 or 18. I think if I tried now, I'd probably have a better chance, but I don't know. I'm already so busy. I'm already so busy. I have a very bad habit of feeling like I have a very bad habit of having so many kinds of interests and having myself and putting in so many things and having so many things I'm excited about, and then trying to fit it all into like be able to do everything. But what's very, very important to remember is that no matter how passionate you are about a thing, you cannot do everything. You have to allow yourself to have time to be able to rest and relax and take care of yourself. So now I've gotten a lot more picky and choosy about the projects I get into and the things that I start, because I want to make sure it's something that I will do long term. And you know, like actually, you know, keep up with, if that makes sense, right? So like for instance, last year I spent a significant amount of time I did my streaming here, my VTubing. I was trying to keep up a cosplay account. I was also trying to run a YouTube channel for a very small game at the same time. And then I was doing my VR chat bar stuff. Running all 4 of these different things all at the same time was a lot. And by this time that this year started, I realized I couldn't keep up with all of it. So I dropped the the small time game YouTube channel because it wasn't really going anywhere. It was a passion project, and that was about it. It wasn't really going anywhere, so I could let that fall. Cosplay, I still enjoy doing cosplay, but I don't need social media to do cosplay. So I just dropped the cosplay social media. I haven't posted on there in God knows how long either. Because I could just cosplay for the fuck of it, you know? Because I want to, not because, oh, I need validation from people online to do it, right? Never do something because you just want validation online from people. Do it because you love it. Maury Calliope started his beach bird. Yeah! I love Maury. I love Calliope, bro. Oh, I was just talking to somebody last night about Calliope. Oh, I love them. What if I love validation? You do you, queen. If that's what makes you happy, then by all means, go for that shit. Get that shit. Get that bread. I can't pay anyone so to do it. Oh yeah, no. I also do not have editor money. That's crazy, Charita. That's crazy. I also do not have editor money. I do all of my editing stuff by myself. Would I like to have editors one day? Yes, because I can't do it. I can't. I feel like that I'm a little like I'm like kind of roadblocked right now because I don't have the knowledge nor the skills to be able to pull off super nice, cool, clean editing. I do what I can on my own. But it's not like it's I don't know. It's not the super cool, super sick, clean editing I would like to have. And unfortunately, I think that I'm not going to be able to do everything I want to do with my editing unless I get After Effects. And I don't want to pay for that. And I also don't want to try to download it. Wait, you need an editor? I mean, need is a strong word. But I would like one. You're so right, Charita. I will one day. Have you heard of CapCut? Yes. I did use CapCut at one point. I stopped using CapCut because my personal ideals do not align with the ideals of that company. So I personally do not use them anymore. Now, granted, my personal ideals don't align with Adobe either, but that's a whole other beast entirely. I would just pirate it because pirating Adobe is morally correct. But funny story, I did that last year. I pirated Adobe software last year, and then I ended up with like 3 Trojan viruses on my computer. So, yeah, not doing that again. I think eventually at some point I would like to branch into DaVinci Resolve. I like the fact that like there's a version of DaVinci that's free. I like that a lot. There's just certain things that I'm used to being able to do with Premiere Pro that I would like I want to also be able to do that, but it's like I don't know. I have to do some more research into it. My main thing is my captions that I use. I like having my auto captions and being able to just you know, have everything done in, like caption wise in like 5 minutes. Beam bop boom bop boom bop bam. Oh, Sony Vegas. Oh, Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas was like my dream program for many years. Mucho years, Sony Vegas was what I wanted for editing. I don't remember why that changed. I think it was the price. Because I liked that Sony Vegas had the thing of like where you could just pay one flat price and then you just have Sony Vegas, right? That's the other thing that I like about DaVinci is like even if you decide you want to upgrade to one of the better, like the higher quality versions of DaVinci, you have the flat price. You pay one flat price, you get that editor. Unfortunately, Adobe doesn't offer that. They should. I don't know why they don't, but they should. Fucking money-hungry assholes. Anyways, that's why I want to learn how. That's what I want to learn how to do: captions and cutting a messy long vid into pretty short stuff. That's so fair. I get that. I think that despite my own personal morals not aligning with CapCut, I do think that CapCut is extremely beginner-friendly. When it comes to editing, you can do your captions inside of CapCut. You can add effects into your captions in the CapCut. There's a bunch of different filters and effects and things like that all added into the app already for you to be able to do that. CapCut is extremely beginner friendly and really easy for just about anybody to pick up for editing. It's not one that I would recommend for people to use long term though. Like I think that you start with CapCut and then once you feel like you're ready to move on to a different editing software, maybe look into something like DaVinci Resolve or Sony Vegas. Maybe, I don't know, or I assume Sony Vegas is still a viable editing software, I assume. CapCut is more accessible both on price and learning. Yes. They all suck? Yeah, they all suck. That's the moral of the story is that all of these big name companies, they all suck. It's just which one do you feel like sacrificing for? Or which one do you feel like bending the knee for? CapCut is extremely accessible though and very, very easy to pick up though. If you really want to get into video editing, I would highly suggest CapCut. How do we feel about Canva? I have never done video editing with Canva. All of the stuff I used to do with Canva was all photo editing. For photo editing purposes, I liked Canva. I just didn't think that once I figured out that I could do most of the stuff I was trying to do in Canva with Clip Studio Paint, I didn't see the reason to keep paying $15 a month to keep using Canva. Canva is also accessible, but I have CSP, so exactly. Like you can do a lot of the editing stuff that like in Canva for like in Clip Studio Paint. Wait, how much? Yeah, it's $15 $15 a month for Canva Pro. Oh, and that was just so I could use like their optimization tools and their background removal tools. Sony Vegas isn't optimized for any computer these days and uses resources that makes watching playbacks impossible. Oh no. I know it inside and out. No, I never recommend it to others. Ah. Damn. I feel that though. That's another reason why I feel like I can't do really heavy edits on Premiere Pro is because my computer can't handle the big heavy edits. I tried to do really like a super cool, you know how like sometimes with these longer videos over here, you know, like, who's a good example? Okay. Rima Evenstar, or I think is their full name, right? They cover VTuber topics and shit, right? When you watch their longer videos, they have a segment where they stop, they pause the video, have like an overlay effect on it, and they come up and they're like, hey, you subscribe to the thing yet? You should do that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, bye. And then they sink back down, right? I tried to do the same kind of editing or same like kind of effect before on my computer. Like, in a video, and I swear to God, my computer almost spontaneously combusted from the amount of like stuff I was trying to do. Yeah, I used to have the business Canva, but I left my job, so I used the free version. But it is very limited, very, very limited. Yeah, no. As soon as I figured out I could do a lot of my stuff, I was using it for in Clip Studio, I was like, we out, we done, goodbye. I also gave it up so I could pay for my social media scheduler, which it's I put in my stuff, my posts for the week, and then it posts them automatically for me. That way I don't have to try to remember to do all of that, because ADHD is a bitch, and I don't remember. Me for gore. Me for gore. No. No. In stream. Sorry, y'all. I'm handling a thing really quick. All right, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Okay. But yeah, I liked Canva for the time that I used it. But now that I have figured out how to do it all in CSP, I'd much rather skip the $15 a month and just use CSP instead. Clip Studio Paint Asset Store is crazy vast, and there's so many good like tools and assets that people have released in Clip Studio Paint Store that are free and open for everybody to use, and you can there's so many opportunities with it. What I used Canva a lot for before was for my thumbnails, for like my YouTube videos and streams and stuff. But again, I just figured out how to do that in Clip Studio Paint. Now I just use Clip Studio Paint for all of it. I know a really big like program for like thumbnails and stuff is Photoshop, but I've never touched Photoshop, and I don't think I ever will touch Photoshop. I just checked, and CapCut isn't as good as I thought. I was about to be scammed. They say 40 BRL for 1 year license, but in the description it's obnoxious about having to pay that every month. Oh, I think if I remember, because I paid for CapCut Pro for a good bit as well. I think it was somewhere around like $12 to $15 a month for CapCut Pro. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's, I think, somewhere around there. USD, obviously, USD. It was like $15 a month. But yeah. Still a little bit, but yeah. 40 BRL is about 8 USD. We have localized prices because Brazilian money suck. Fair. Me, Canva Post 15 and Canva Business is 30. Pew. Crazy. Hi, Asteroid. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Oh. Hello. Hello. Me for Gore. Everybody's got different usernames for everything. Me for Gore, it's not norm to have the same username across all platforms ever. I just do it because I like my name. My name is unique. Well, I say that. Do you guys want to hear a story about Nanaru? When I started going by Nanaru, right, I was checking Twitter to see if the username already existed. And turns out that it did at the time. I don't know if this account is still there. Probably not. Considering the kind of content it posted, probably not. But when I was searching on Twitter, I looked up Nanaru and I found an account. It was a Final Fantasy XIV account, which makes sense because Nanaru is a combination. It's a combo of two Final Fantasy XIV characters' names just slapped together. And I went to go look and see what they were doing, because if they were a VTuber, then I was gonna be like, ah, frick. Well, there goes that. Turns out, no, they weren't a VTuber. They were a Final Fantasy XIV player. They played a Lalafell. And they posted pictures of the Lalafell in the small clothes. Let's say that. I was like, I can't. I was like, all right, well, they're not a VTuber, fantastic, but also, I can't believe that my eyes have seen this. I need to burn them out of my skull now. It's my username most places at this point, but anywhere I'm well known, I try not to change it just for the sake of preventing confusion. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've thought about changing my VRChat username back to just Nanaru because it's shorter. Ugh, but that will fuck with the sunset system if I do that, and I don't feel like putting up with going through the process of getting the username readjusted and the sunset system and getting all that shit fixed. I'm gonna stick with what I got on there. It be what it be. I spend like 4 hours in VR chat, like 5 times a week. Or 6 times a week. It's fine. Besides, now it matches the rest of my stuff because I've changed most of my social media, at least, to Nanaru Ultaru. I had my name changed once. It's a lot of things to change. Yeah, it is. It is. As somebody who's changed their username before, for streaming stuff, it's a lot to go back and change it all. You have to, like, I think I've changed my usernames, in, like, for my social media streaming present stuff, twice. And it was such a hassle to do it. It was awful. It was awful. Try changing your legal name? Oh, Lord. I've thought about it. Well, we were supposed to. I was supposed to after I got married. I was going to change my last name. But then, Travis was like, considering our current political situation, probably best if you don't take my last name. Also, we just spent like a solid 3 weeks waiting on the DMV to send out your ID, and we just got it. I don't feel like going through that process of waiting 3 weeks for the ID again. And I was like, you know what? Type shit, King. I wanted to change my name for when I got married. I wanted to. I still want to, but I want things to chill the fuck out before then. I've been Googling for you. Thank you, Queen. A good free program for doing thumbnails is Affinity. Okay. Noted. Oh, and you sent me the link for it? Bless you. Thank you. Whoa! 2 whole biddies. Thank you for the 2 whole biddies. That reminds me, I totally forgot to launch the TTS for bits. Wow. Let me get my little guy in here too. There we go. Boom. My little husband guy, look at him. He's so great. Big EP. Y'all, this week is crazy. Tomorrow I have our weekly ASMR stream. We typically do those on Fridays, but we're doing it tomorrow because Friday is our Valentine's Day get together, our Valentine's Day celebration, and I'm gonna be doing karaoke for you. I hope you all are excited. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous about it. This week has just been nerve-wracking. I hate it. I hate this. I want next week to not be anxiety inducing, please. I would love for next week to not leave me wanting to throw up. Thank you. Yes, I would love for that. Uh-huh. Oh. The way that my hands are sweating, dude. Jesus. This week has been crazy. Like, we're only on Wednesday, and it's been so crazy. Like, thinking about it, reflecting on it, it's been great. Like, don't get me wrong, I've a lot of the stress has been, it's just been like, holy crap, I'm having to deal with, what comes with something going viral, and that's great. I love that. It's just a lot. Longest week of the year, actually, literally. You went viral? I did, on Twitter. I had a post hit the algorithm just right, and the last time I looked at it, it was sitting at like 20,000 views. Okay, I send you a link. Oh, good lord. You got the jingle jingle? Huh? The jingle jingle face. Ooh. I love you, Kay. I don't what I'm so confused. There's my viral post. Oh, jingle jingle, pay attention. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle jingle. I said your favorite word. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle jingle. Okay. I gotta get back on track. Ugh, lock in. Ah! But yeah, no, like a lot of the stress that I've been dealing with this week is a lot of it's good stress, right? It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to go from interacting with basically no one to all of a sudden interacting with like hundreds of people every day. But I wouldn't have it any other way, because if it wasn't like this, then I wouldn't be able, I wouldn't have, it would be so much harder for me to get these indie news stories out for everybody. So I'm super, super excited about it. I'll have to do, tomorrow I have, oh lord, tomorrow is gonna be a busy day. God, I just realized. The grind never stops. Tomorrow I have a meeting that I have to do, and then after that I need to gather the stuff together for a Friday episode of Small Indie VTuber News. What is that? S small indie I seven 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 seven. Yeah, I gotta tomorrow. I gotta sit down and grind out some more. Scour the internet. Roku nana, Roku nana. Sesiete, sesiete. Oh, I hate my life. Kill me now. Nanaru's new flash. Oh yeah. Oh god, I have a meeting tomorrow, and then I need to go through Twitter stuff and get and gather up information for the Friday episode of Seven, and then and then get that edited and posted onto B-Plan. So B-Plan can just auto-post it for me Friday. I also don't have a short for tomorrow, so after stream today, I need to go and figure out what I'm posting tomorrow. I hope that I have some, I'm hoping for, there's probably some good clips I can get from this stream to just use for tomorrow. Last time we did one of these grass chat streams, I got a lot of really good clips from that, so I'm hoping for the same outcome today. We will see. I'll have to scrub the VOD later. Oh, tonight's gonna be a long night. Thank God it's not a bar night. Tonight is going to be a long night. Jingle jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh, we could make it a bar night? Please, no. Please, no. I have too much to do for it to be a bar night. I have too much I need to get done tonight. Excuse me. I have too much for me to be able to, or too much to do tonight for me to be able to make it a bar night tonight. So I would preferably like it to not be a bar night. When do we end up a bar IRL? You live in a whole other state from me, I think. If I remember correctly, we don't even live close. It's not even like a 4 to 8 hour drive. It's just like if I remember correctly, we don't live anywhere near close. Would I like to hit up a bar IRL? Yes, absolutely. But we like, if I remember correctly, we ain't even close. We ain't even close, brother. No, I honestly can't remember the last time I went to a real bar. I just like it's just I don't know. I've gone to like pubs, right? But I don't think a pub counts. We can fix that. You're so right. And you know what's crazy? It's crazy how many people that we know who all live in the same state as Ginger. Without giving up too much information. The amount of people I know now who all live in the same vicinity or like somewhere around Ginger is crazy. I don't know what city you're in, but a rough estimate is about 8 to 9 hours. Ooh. I mean, that's still like less time than the amount of time Travis and I spend driving to Dragon Con every year. He's so close to me, it's crazy. I know. It's crazy. See what just needs to happen is we all need to go to the same state as Ginger. That's all that needs to happen. We just all need to go to the same state as Ginger, and then we all have a meet up there. We'll do bar IRL. Yes, it'll happen. I believe it. I believe it. Bone bar IRL. It will happen. I think 8, 9, 10 hours, I think, is how long it takes us to go to Dragon Con every year. So, you know, it's about around that time. It's not an impossible drive. But of course it would not be me making the drive because I can't drive. Where's that at? Atlanta, Georgia. Dragon Con is allow me to put my little nerd glasses on. Dragon Con is the largest multimedia convention on the East Coast. It is held in Atlanta, Georgia, across 5 hotels. 5 hotels and 2 Amerimart buildings. I don't know shit about Georgia. Yeah. I've spent a significant amount of time in Georgia, not just because of Dragon Con, but also because I have family who lives in Alabama, but they're like, okay, so like where they live, it's like right on I swear to God, is like a 5-minute drive over into Georgia. Like they live right on the border. So like every time we would go down to go visit them, we would just end up spending most of our time in Georgia because they lived right on the border. But yeah, that stuff happened, and now my family, the family that's there travels all the time, so we don't really go to visit. But I just spend a significant amount of time in Georgia because of Dragon Con. I spend a whole week in Georgia every year because of Dragon Con. I love Dragon Con, don't get me wrong. It's just a lot. It's crazy, crazy. Dragon Con is crazy, crazy. Speaking of Dragon Con, I am I don't have to worry about it. It's Dragon Con is like, it's Labor Day weekend every year, so it's way off into the year. But I am nowhere. I've gotten so little progress on my cosplay done for that. So, yeah. I need to lock the fuck in and get some more work done on that. It's just been hard to work up the motivation to like want to actually crochet anything lately. It's just, man. I spent so much of last year just like grinding out, finishing the cosplay for last year's Dragon Con. That like I don't want to. I don't know. I just thinking about doing it all over again is a lot. Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't even say that this year's cosplay would be easier than last year's, because it won't be. It'll be harder. Would it be? Would it be? Oh, goodness me. Big stretch. Ah! No! I refuse. I refuse. Kay is not fired. Kay can never be fired. If I had to pick exactly 2 bartenders to keep on staff, it would be Ginger and Kay. Kay, you're rehired. Nothing, you're not fired. Don't listen to him. Yay! Don't get me wrong, I like our entire team that we have, you know, for bartenders. It's just, if it came down to it and I was I'm gonna, I don't know, life or death, you have to pick 2 people to keep, everybody else must go. I was like, okay, Ginger, okay, bye. Like, they're gonna take my toes if I don't pick 2 people. They're gonna take my tootsies. They'll take the tootsies and the fingies. I'll just have nubs. Standing is gonna be really awkward. If they took my toes, I wouldn't be able to use the slime VR toe tracking. Not that I have it. I don't have it. I don't have slime VR toe tracking. Not yet. Maybe one day. For real though, I don't. That's crazy. I'm gonna be so for real. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be so for real. I think it probably exists somewhere. Someone somewhere has done it. Someone somewhere. I refuse to believe that it doesn't already exist. I refuse to believe. Track on the tippy. Oh, that would be so uncomfortable. Do you think the tracker comes in the shape of a ring? Probably. Stop it to tell me somebody's helicoptering. Yeah. Ring tracker, no. Oh my god. That's insane. Anyways. God. How am I feel like I'm bounced, like I'm going 900 miles a minute, and yet somehow I'm yawning, brother. What the fuck? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Joker? It's not even like an actual mod. It's just an auto mod. It's just a bot. And if you'd like to know, cock is what got censored. Yeah. Can I say that on Twitch? Can I say that on YouTube? Probably not YouTube. I'm so sure I've heard somebody say it on Twitch before, but probably can't say that on YouTube. The forbidden ring was mentioned. Yeah. The peenie tracker. Joker, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I don't know if I can. My brain was immediately went to brain rot, and now I don't know if I'm gonna ask you this, and then I can feel the look on your face. I know what's gonna happen. Joker, how many times have you gone poopy mode this week? Where's you guys know, like, the Tanjiro cringe face? That's Joker right now. How many times how many times you go poopy mode this week? Okay, sent me this video, and now it won't leave me. How many times a week you go poopy mode? Okay, you have to send Joker the video now. The Joker doesn't have the context. Oh, Lord. There it is! Ooh. Oh, it looks so borked. It looks so cool in the held message. Now it looks so fucked up. And look at the widget trying to load it in. It looks like Morse code. It looks like Morse code. Oh, okay. We're gonna stick out this ad, and then I'm gonna wrap up for the evening. I have a thing I have to handle, but we're gonna wait for this ad to wrap up first. Just putting Morse code to treasure the chat. Yeah, exactly. First I made Mark jingle jingle, now I made you go poopy mode. Perhaps too much power. Yeah. And jingle jingle, jingle jingle. I said your favorite word, jingle jingle. Doug, good. My dog is like, I love Jug so much. He's being a little weirdo right now. Ah! Damn, not you shitting in my chat. Also, not Twitch was like, are you sure you want to call it poopy mode? Oh, you're so right. Poopy mode. Dude, not Discord giving me an ad, or not an ad, but like a thing like, ooh, watch this video about where winds meet. I'm gonna be so, I tried Where Winds Meet, y'all. I don't think it's for me. Excuse me. I don't think it's for me, bro. I just don't. I tried to get into it. I don't know. Wasn't for me. Dude, somebody honking outside? Somebody honking outside my window. Who my neighbor's honking at, bro? Yes, full send. Oh, Lord, y'all, my stomach is a knot. It's fine, though. I should be mashing enter if I get paid to do it in God's name. Oh my god, who was it? I think it was Lich. Lich was, Lich sent a message to Kay because his Twitch account got banned. His Twitch account got banned for what was it? It was like asking virtual virtual YouTubers about their virtual balls. something along those lines. Somewhere around there. What the fuck? Yeah. That was about my consensus. I was like, what? Okay. Let's stays getting bullied by bots. No, not the getting bullied. I'm signed in on here, right? Oh, you guys can hear me, don't? Nobody listen to me. All right, create a dashboard. I just wanted to see if I can see where these ads are. Here we go. I can snooze them so I can wrap up stream. Okay. To be fair, he does whip out his scout. This is true. You do have a point. This is true. All right, everybody. Unfortunately, I have to love you and leave you. Because I have a thing I have to handle. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this evening. If you're new here and you aren't in the Discord already, I would highly recommend joining the Discord. It's the best place to be, keep in touch with me. There are roles that you can pick up so you can be notified every time that I go live or anytime I post any kind of content. We are now starting anime nights back up in my Discord server. For anybody who's been around for a really long time, you'll remember that we used to do anime nights in the Discord server. Those were on hold for a hot minute, but Travis has decided to bring them back. So we are now going to be doing anime nights again. I think that he is supposed to be putting out a poll sometime this weekend, I think. Let me see. I don't know. There's supposed to be some kind of poll that's going to come out and be put into the Anime Night channel. So that way we can figure out what shows we're watching. But yes, Anime Nights are coming back 7:30 EST every Sunday. Outside of Discord, you can find me on all of my social medias. I have just about everything. You can find the links to all of those on my Straw page. Even if you don't check out my socials and stuff, it'd be super funky fresh if you could go look at my Straw page, because I spent a long time working on that shit. It's super pretty, okay? It's pretty and it's custom. Straw pages are so cool. It's like MySpace. You remember how you could code your profile to look like whatever the fuck you wanted on MySpace? It's like that. Straw page is sick. All right. Anyways, tomorrow is our weekly ASMR stream. So I will see you guys all at 7 p.m. EST tomorrow, for our weekly ASMR stream. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Goodbye. Old internet. Yeah, old internet. Dude, I love my Straw page. I tried to make it look as like late 90s, early 2000s, like emo, edgy, like MySpace page as possible. It's great. I love it. Okay, bye. Goodbye, everybody.